Nora held up Serena's receipt and Evan quit explaining in the middle of our rehearsal dinner. My sister killed the rehearsal dinner with a folded jewelry receipt, and part of me thinks she had been waiting all week for the chance. The dinner was in the harbor room at the Ashby Hotel, one floor below where families were staying before the wedding. Candles, linens, his mother crying at the centerpieces. Everything looked expensive enough to pretend nothing ugly could happen inside it. My fiancé Evan had already given me reasons to feel stupid. Not proof yet. Reasons. 3 months earlier, I noticed his old hookup Serena liking every gym photo he posted and dropping inside jokes I did not understand. He said it was leftover social media clutter from before we got serious, and I was turning crumbs into betrayal. I let that sit because our deposits were already out. Then on Tuesday of wedding week, he disappeared for 2 hours and told me he was helping his best man pick up altered suits. He came back with a jeweler's bag, saw me clock it, and said his mother asked him to grab a repair. My sister Nora has never trusted Evan. She kept asking why Serena had suddenly followed our florist, why Evan was weird about his jacket pockets, why I kept calling things off instead of wrong. I told her to stop trying to turn my wedding into a podcast. At the rehearsal dinner, Evan was halfway through thanking families for believing in us when Nora came back from the coat rack, holding his jacket and one white receipt folded over her finger. She asked, calm as anything, "Do you want this before I answer Mom's question about who Serena is?" The room stopped. My mother had only asked because Serena's name was printed at the top. Nora had not raised her voice. She stood there and let silence do the work. Evan reached for it. Nora pulled back and read the line that mattered. Kessler Jewelers, owner item, Serena Bloom, tennis bracelet resize, released to Evan Mercer, paid Tuesday, 4:12 p.m. My father set down his water glass. Evan's mother said there had to be some explanation. I asked him why was he handling Serena's jewelry during our wedding week after telling me Tuesday was about suits. He said Serena reached out because she was in town for her cousin's graduation and panicking about the bracelet before a family dinner. He said he only helped because Kessler was nearby. It meant nothing, and he knew I would make it bigger if he told me Serena had called. Because technically a man can pick up a hookup's bracelet and still be innocent. Technically a bride's sister can weaponize timing because she already hates the groom. Technically helping with jewelry is not the same as cheating. But then my aunt asked why he paid cash, and Nora said there was more below the fold. She opened the rest. Gift wrap added. Card message requested. Customer pickup comment. Leave with Evan if Serena arrives late. Now even his mother stopped defending him. I asked what card message. Evan said he did not end up leaving one. Nora said that was interesting because the next line showed message printed. She handed me the receipt. The message line read, "Same coast, better timing. Serena and Evan took a beach trip together years ago." I knew that because he once told me the story while explaining why they were never serious enough to matter. I did not end it instantly. I asked if this was some pathetic closure errand, some ego loop, some last stupid thrill before marriage. He said I was humiliating him in front of families over a receipt that proved bad judgment, not cheating. Maybe that is true. People would argue about that part. What nobody in that room could argue with was that he lied about Tuesday, carried a romantic message for an old hookup during our wedding week, and let me walk into the rehearsal dinner looking unstable for noticing he was hiding something. I gave Nora the ring box and told the hotel coordinator to hold tomorrow's ballroom until morning, because I was not saying vows to a man who needed this much interpretation.